Trust your citizens. Trust the science. You need to have public trust in order to stop the disease. Those are the words of Anders Tegnell, quoted in this week's New Statesman. And he is the epidemiologist of Sweden, who is currently not experiencing the second wave that we are told we are experiencing here in the UK. And Sweden has a lower per capita death rate than in the UK. And that's because they fundamentally trusted their citizens with their choices of what to do by giving them the exact information on what was happening. They treated them like adults, not like toddlers, by instructing them where they can go and what they can stick on their faces. And especially when a lot of these rules do not have any basis in science and they seem to conflict with others. Lockdowns were never created to stop the disease. And he says, quote, locking people up at home won't work in the longer term. Sooner or later, they will go out. And lockdowns were created to ease the pressure on health services. They were never created to stop the spread of the disease. And when we look at Sweden's model, we see one that's actually based in science. And it's interesting to note that he went on to say that they do not mandate the use of masks because they found that when they do that, people actually have less social distance and they believe that the virus spreads even more. And I think it's important to look at Sweden and their model, especially in the time now where we're all blindly accepting this new triple-tier lockdown that's happening throughout Britain, with our friends up in the north being on tier 3 lockdowns, gyms being closed down even though there's no evidence of transmission, London under tier 2 lockdown where no one understands the rules. Can I meet my friend in the park? Can I meet my friend in the pub? Can I meet my friend at work? Can I meet my friend at school? There's different answers to all of those questions because these policies are not based in science and our government doesn't trust us to make the proper decisions because we're not being treated like adults. We're being treated like children with our science, with our information via censorship, with these lockdown policies. And it's time that we stood up and looked at a model like Sweden and say, maybe there's another way. Maybe locking people up is not the way to do it because sooner or later they're going to go out and sooner or later the virus will propagate, and we have to start thinking intelligently about it and empower and trust our citizens. And that's why I am in favor of, first of all, strong leadership to give us these facts and to trust the citizens of this great country. They're very intelligent, the people in Britain and the people in London. Give them the facts, tell them the ramifications of their choices, and let them make these decisions. And we need to empower our citizens with decisions. Second thing we need to do is have a proportionate response to the virus. Again, these massive blanket lockdowns do not make sense. We need to empower the people to make their own decisions. And finally, we need science-based decision making.